Hello everyone, my name is Chelsea and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are doing the main character book tag. So this was a video that I was tagged to do by Ren from the Reading Ren, and it was originally created by Kirsty from K-Beth Bookish. I will leave both of their channels linked down below. And basically we have some questions. I have not really looked at them yet, related to main characters. And the reason I have not really looked at them yet is because Ren did this timed. And I feel like because they did it, I now need to do it timed as well. So I didn't want to be double checking what the prompts are. I'm going to be finding them on my shelves, or at least hopefully finding them as we go through this. I don't actually even know. I guess I could look at that. How many questions do we have? How many prompts? 20. I feel like we should be able to do that. I do also have the questions and a timer on my iPad, so I will be able to time that as we go. I have not 100% cleaned up these bookshelves after the last few videos, so hopefully I can find what I'm looking for. I think that's enough rambling for this. Everything is going to be related to main characters, and we're going to have to find them on my shelves. I think that's basically the gist of this, so let's pull up my timer to get started, and that's what we're going to do. Okay, so, okay, they are adopted. So the first one is a main character who is adopted. Okay, I have Keeper of the Lost Cities. Our main character of Sophie does end up getting adopted by elf parents because she's actually an elf and finds out in this first book that she's not actually human, and so doesn't have her human family anymore and gets adopted. Number 2, both parents are alive and have a presence in the characters' lives. I mean, technically that does work. Both sets, human and elf parents, are alive, but let's pick something else. Why is this one so hard? 2 sets, parents. The Shining by Stephen King. So I'm gonna go with our main character partially being Danny. I know we do have other main characters in this book, so cheating a little bit. Both parents are in this. It's a whole little 3-person family unit. I'm going to say this one counts. Number 3, they have blonde hair. Okay. I mean, I'm going with the cover here. The original covers did have other color hair, but at least one of the characters in the Ice Planet Barbarian series does have blonde hair. And I mean, this one right here on the cover, Barbarian Alien. Who is this? Liz? Yes, Liz. She has blonde hair. Number 4, the character has an animal companion. Okay. I'm finding one with an animal companion. Okay, I'm going with Del Toro Quest by Emily Rhoda. One of our characters in here does have a bird named Cree who comes on adventures with them. This is the bind-up edition of the whole series. I absolutely love this one. It is middle grade, but there is an animal companion in this whole thing. Number 5, they are different to the rest of their family and are seen as the odd one out.
Odd one out?
Yes. For this one, I'm going to go with Mitch, our main guy character from Well Matched by Jen DeLuca. Again, this is a romance that actually, so like we have 2 main characters, but because he does work at the Summer Ren Fair and his other family is like really successful, that is a plot point in this book where he is sort of seen as the like more of like the black sheep because he's not as successful in a traditional sense as everybody else. Number 6, their skin has a scar or scarring. This one I felt took longer than it should have because I know there are multiple books that I've read this year with scarring. The one I'm going with is The Blonde Identity by Ali Carter. Our main character in this one, who actually has amnesia, thinks she's a spy, but her spy is actually her twin sister, does have scarring, specifically like on her chest area. It is in here. Okay, next. Number 7, a character who has no clue how to fight.
No clue has to fight?
This might be a little bit obvious, but I feel like Clary from City of Bones, the Mortal Instruments series, is very much out of the loop in this first book, does not know how to fight, and eventually has to be taught how to survive in this sort of like urban fantasy world. Number 8, they have 2 or more best friends. It's harder to get this book out than I thought it would be. Okay, I'm over at the manga section, and so of course, the first thing I thought of is Ouran High School Host Club. The whole point is that this ends up being a friend group of 7 people. One girl who is sort of disguised as a guy at this school, and then the rest of them are the guys here, and it is a host club, and this is one of my favorite manga and anime. It was one of the first things that I got to read and watch to get me into this genre, and so yeah, gotta go with this one. Number 9, they suffer from a phobia or phobias. Okay, that one might be hard. Okay, I don't want to waste too much time, and I really feel like I'm sure I have something where some main character is actually afraid of something, has a phobia. I cannot think of anything, even looking at my shelves right now. Let me know if you have a suggestion down below. I'm gonna skip this one for now. We'll see if I come back to it, but I can't think of anything. Okay, let's skip that one. Number 10, main character has brown eyes. I feel like...
Main character has brown eyes?
Yeah, I feel like if we go to the manga section again, because these are set in Japan for the most part, we should have brown eyes here. Sweat and Soap by Kintetsu Yamada. If we look, hers are a little bit more gray, his are definitely brown though, and they are definitely both main characters in this romance, adult romance manga. Okay, 11, the character is part of the LGBTQ community. Let's go with the first one I saw. I have quite a few, but I have Written in the Stars by Alexandria Bellafleur. This is a sapphic romance. I believe one character is bisexual, and I think the other one is potentially lesbian, but sapphic for sure. Number 12, the character is cursed. Okay. Would we say the main character of Blue Sergeant is cursed? I feel like this could be a curse. Now, I have not read book 4. I know, but the whole premise of book 1 is like knowing that if she kisses the boy she loves or something like that, he's going to die. Like, I feel like that is a curse. So, Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. Number 13, the character is a prince or princess. They may be aware of it, or it may be something they discovered later. Prince and Assassin by Tavia Lark. This is one that I read earlier this year, like just like last month or something like that. Absolutely love it. One of my favorite books of the year. We have 2 main characters. One is a prince and one is an assassin. It definitely works. This is also LGBTQ. Number 14, the character is a hunter, warrior, fighter for a living. We're gonna go with Kings of the Wild by Nicholas Ames. This one I absolutely love. One of my favorite books. Read it a couple years ago. Technically, our main characters in here were mercenaries, hunters, fighters, warriors, and they're coming out of retirement to save a family member of one of them. And so I'm going to count it because like for a while that was their living, and then it becomes their living again. Okay. Number 15, the character is an out-and-out coward and afraid of the world around them. Oh, I feel like that one's also a little bit hard. Okay, Now, I don't think I necessarily would say 100% coward, but when I was looking through my shelves, this is the one that I came across that I think does fit, at least in the way that I would like to say. The Charm Offensive by Alison Cochrane. One of our main characters here is definitely dealing with an anxiety OCD thing, and so while I don't necessarily think it is like I'm a coward, 100% scared of the world, I do feel like those sort of anxieties that people can have definitely could fit into that category, so that's what I'm going with. Number 16, the book title features or is entirely the main character's name. Okay. Okay, this is Less by Andrew Sean Greer, and this is going to be a literary fiction. It is LGBTQ. I liked it a lot more than I thought I would because it's not usually my genre, and our main character is Arthur Less. Less is his last name. Number 17, the character is unaware at the start of the book or series that they have powers and or inhuman abilities. Okay, definitely could have done Keeper of the Lost Cities or City of Bones stuff for this. I'm gonna try and pick something different. Okay, we're gonna go back to manga. This is Ghost Hunt by Fuyumi Ono. It is out of print now, but I absolutely love it. There is also an anime that goes along with this, but our main character is Mai, and at the start of the series, she is basically just a high school girl that gets roped into helping these like ghost hunters, but she does end up having some sort of like special like knowing ability. I can't remember exactly what they call it in here, but like she has dreams and knows some things before they happen in relation to the ghost stuff. So I'm gonna say this one definitely fits. Oh, number 18, okay, they are a loner and dislike being around people. Okay, I'm gonna go with Blackbirds by Chuck Wendig. This is the first book in the Miriam Black series, which I have not finished, but I absolutely love. And she definitely is sort of avoiding people as much as possible, especially when we first meet her in this first book, because she has the power to touch somebody and like know how they're going to die, and that thing doesn't usually end up in a good way. Like, she can't really stop it. So she is sort of trying to be a loner and by herself and not talk to people. Okay, 19, the character was born in our world and raised in another. Okay, so somebody that potentially was born in one, raised in a different one, doesn't realize they're human or something like that. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, because I did watch this on Ren's channel, obviously, I think they picked the exact same sort of thing for this one, but it's the only one that I'm thinking of right now. It's the Wayward Children series by Shauna McGuire, so I picked specifically Down Among the Sticks and Bones because this is Jack and Jill's story, and it's about them finding the portal going into this world, and so they're being raised in this world even though they're technically human from our world. I feel like most of the books in this series probably count for this. And then I think we're on the last one. The main character is evil. Okay. Yeah, okay, so maybe not like evil. I don't know if I have very many main character evil ones, but how about like morally gray? Probably doesn't make the best decisions. I'm gonna go with Vengeful by V.E. Schwab. The characters in here are 100% not nice people. Doesn't necessarily mean they're evil necessarily. I do think morally gray is gonna be that better area for it, but I do think this is going to fit. Okay, and so let's take a look at my timer. 19 minutes and 2 seconds. I think that is a little bit longer than it took Ren to do. Ren, you'll have to let me know. However, I think for 20 questions, and I did skip one, I know I did, this is not too bad. Less than a minute per question. I think we did pretty well. Again, if you had any other ones that either you saw on my shelf or you know that I've read or just that came to your mind, let me know. I still don't know what to pick for Phobia. I don't know that one. I do think this is a very fun tag, so I'm going to tag some people. I'm going to pick Michelle from Michelle's Library, Jessie from The Bookish Mom, and Olivia Savannah from Olivia's Catastrophe. I would love to see you do this. So that is going to be it for me. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up to let me know. Subscribe to this channel if you'd like to see more videos. I do have videos coming out on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so I will see you then. Bye.